Alright guys, so I've had the Hero 7 Black now for like 2 months and done some testing with it, some editing, all its different modes. I'm going to give you a little review about it. First off, I'm not crazy about it. My favorite GoPro is still the super cheap original Hero Session that you can get at Walmart for like 97 bucks sometimes. This is a lot more than that, and I'll tell you what I don't like about it. So first off, this has one door, this has two doors. They're like the digital camera style doors. That's nice because it lets you change the battery. What's not nice about the doors is they're not lined up with the frame. So when it's in this case, you have to take it out of the case every time you want to charge it or take the SD card out of it. Okay, really annoying. This little GoPro lines up with the frame with this nice big square, so you can still open the little door, get your SD card out, and charge it all in the frame. It's not a huge deal, just a little convenience thing that kind of is annoying, right? Also, this lens is kind of crooked if you look at it, and that's because it twists and comes off, which makes it very easy to replace this. It's really not a lens, it's just like a almost like a lens protector. Makes it easy to replace. That's kind of nice, but look how fat it makes the camera. Not really worth it. I'd rather this kind of lens where it's just got a bunch of little screws around the outside of it. And these things don't scratch very much anyways. This thing's also way bigger. So if you look at the footprint of it compared to this one, this has about, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times more drag on your helmet, pushing your head back on the highway. I don't know. It's got the screen on the back, which is super nice because one of my big complaints with the Hero Session is that you can't access all of your settings without using the app. You can definitely do that on the Hero 7 Black. If it decides to turn on, I'll show you. Maybe it's just that dead. Well, whatever. But it's got stabilization, it's got low light mode, it can record in H.265, which is HEVC, which stands for high efficiency video compression, which is all fine and dandy, but this laptop's kind of outdated. It's got a decent graphics processor for a laptop, like pretty, middle of the road processor. It hates H.265. It has no problem editing regular 1080 or 1440, whatever you're shooting in on there. But even 1080 on here, it hates in H.265, not to mention 4K or high frame rate. So there's really no point in getting that unless you have a computer that can take advantage of the new codec. This has USB-C, which sounds like super promising. Like, oh, sweet, I can just leave the SD card in it and transfer directly from the USB-C port. If it'll focus. That's the USB-C port right there. It's got USB-C and HDMI out. The problem is it's not fast. It takes forever to transfer through USB-C to your computer, so you end up taking the SD card out all the time anyways. Stabilization is the main reason I bought the GoPro. It has the hyper smooth stabilization, and for dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and that kind of stuff, it's crap. It's not optical. It's just like a digital stabilization that is just super unimpressive to me. It makes all it does is shift the video around to take out the motion, but the way it weights its algorithm and then what it's usually focusing on is not optimized for motocross, four-wheelers, or anything like that. I'm sure it works great for people that do, I don't know, skydiving or X Games bullshit, whatever, but not worth it for me. Low light mode was not impressed with. It's no better than that GoPro. Neither one of them have great low light performance. And as far as just hitting the button and turning it on and letting it do its thing, the little cheap GoPro automatically adjusts better as far as color and lighting is concerned. This one, if you're using the back of it and you're touching where you want to focus on and stuff, and you're actually using it like a camera and not like a GoPro, it works great. Using like a GoPro, the colors don't look quite right. So this is a better one to throw in your pocket if you're gonna, like, I don't know, go swimming or take some pictures and use it as like actually like a camera. But for like a sports cam that's on your helmet, by far I'd much rather have one of those. So this was kind of a waste of money, and I'm kind of mad that I bought it. It's just too big and stupid, and the battery life sucks. Those have better battery life, obviously, no screen and less processor and whatnot. Yeah, but really not impressed with this GoPro for all the hype about it. I still love GoPro. They make, great stuff. I'm sure this thing will last forever and take a ton of abuse. But for what I use it for, which is just throwing it on my helmet and driving through mud holes or doing wheelies and stuff, really not worth the fact that it's like 5 times more expensive. Oh, that's my lava lamp from Amsterdam. Or not lava lamp. What do you call it? A little snow globe. Very high fashion. But yeah. So if you're going to buy a GoPro, I still recommend just getting the cheap one. Set your settings in your app once, leave it alone, and it'll work great. Really not worth the money for this unless you want to use it like a camera.